Elite Dangerous offers many opportunities for the new player, and in this video series I'll guide you through the many careers that the game has to offer. And perhaps one of the most important things you should understand up front is the actual scale of the game world itself. One of the biggest games ever created, you find yourself as a pilot inside your ship. Not only are ships fully represented, but so too are massive space stations, full-scale, true-sized planets, 400 billion star systems, all contained within a single realistic Milky Way galaxy. When faced with an open-ended game, it can often be difficult to choose a direction. For the new player, and even the veteran player, this can be a problem. However, Elite offers numerous careers, and you can follow as many or as few of these as you like. The beauty of this game then is that you are never locked into any single path, and can swap tracks at any given moment. Now, this video won't go into extreme detail on each career path. Instead, it serves as a broad overview to highlight some of the things you can do in the game. And this will hopefully make the game world a little clearer and give you a sense of direction. In follow-up videos to this series, I will detail each career independently and tell you how to best approach it. Also, in order to be able to follow this video, you'll need a good understanding of the basic game mechanics, such as supercruise, travelling to a chosen location, weapon use and docking, all of which the in-game tutorials adequately teach. And do keep in mind that the game comes in two variants. There's the base copy of Elite Dangerous, as well as its expansion, Horizons. Now, you can do a lot of stuff with the base copy of Elite, however, you will need to have Horizons in order to do everything detailed in this video series. And as one additional note, I'll briefly talk about the engineers. Now, all careers can be improved through the use of engineering. Engineers are NPCs who can dramatically upgrade your ship's performance. However, access to these NPCs needs to be unlocked through a variety of different tasks. Once that is done, you'll also need to collect various items and materials in order for your upgrade to be performed. Do keep an eye out for future engineering videos as well. Combat is easily the most challenging aspect of Elite Dangerous, especially if you want to get involved in PvP. The game features a huge variety of combat-focused ships, weapons, modules and upgrades, and naturally, as with all online games, there's an ever-changing optimal build meta if you wish to pursue that. However, for the most part, that is the exclusive domain for the elite of the elite in player combat. The game unfortunately doesn't offer direct PvP rewards, incentives or combat areas. Instead, those interested in targeting other players tend to roam the more densely populated zones of the game. Meanwhile, for those interested in PvE, there are a number of specialised areas you can visit. For much of the game's lifespan, resource extraction sites found within planetary ring systems have been good hunting grounds. Nav Beacons, found orbiting stars of inhabited systems, are also good locations. To find extraction sites, fly between planets with rings until you locate one. Nav Beacons, meanwhile, are abundant, and for a slightly higher challenge, look for compromised Nav Beacons, and to find these, use the website listed in the video description and select the Bounty Hunting Systems option. If you prefer to fight something other than human, then Thargoid combat is likely for you, and this will require a slightly different ship build to which I will detail in a future video. But in the meantime, look out for Guardian weapons, and there's a link in the video description showing you how to find some of these. Thargoids then are far more of a challenge than regular NPCs and will require a degree of tactics. In order to destroy an alien, you will first need to take out its hearts. Combat in Elite can be extremely gratifying thanks to the game's robust flight mechanics. However, balance of weapons and modules can be an issue, and the very low financial rewards can be off-putting. Nonetheless, combat is a great career to follow, whether you're in early game ships or high-end vessels. In recent times, mining has become the most profitable area of the game by far, and although possible changes within the game's galaxy simulation in the future may affect this somewhat, it's still likely to remain an extremely high-paid career for a long time to come. Mining can be split into four categories. There's the original form of mining with lasers and limpets. More recent additions include surface mining, subsurface mining, as well as the deep core mining. Now, deep core mining is without a doubt the most interesting. Finding cracks within specific asteroids and then deploying explosive charges deep within the core. Once detonated, the asteroid will break apart, freeing what's inside. One profitable path here is to opt for void opal mining, and there's a brief guide in the video description which will help you further here, but do check out the rest of this series for further mining guides. As with nearly all careers in Elite Dangerous, mining is something you can engage with almost from the start. As soon as you have a few thousand credits, you will have enough to outfit a basic mining ship and head off on your first resource gathering trip. Now, it's likely that you're going to be aware that mining can be fairly bland when it comes to most other games. However, Elite ups the ante here somewhat, especially if you want to get involved in deep core mining, and due to the amount of money that can be made here, it's likely to be a career path that you will jump in and out of for your entire Elite Dangerous lifespan. Elite's heritage from the original 1984 title is of a space trading game. Unfortunately, in my opinion at least, Elite Dangerous doesn't fully live up to those claims. That said, it does do a passable job with trading, and many players invest vast amounts of time into the activity. Trading then follows the tried and tested method of buying low and selling high. A number of in-game tools exist that can assist you with this, but by far the greatest tools are third-party websites, which I will list for you in the video description. Now, you will be able to make a small amount of money in trading with small ships, but generally speaking, you are far better off waiting until you have access to medium-sized ships with the highest potential for profit coming from the largest ships. Trading will certainly involve a lot of travel, so if you find yourself enjoying flying from system to system and docking and undocking, then this is certainly a career for you. Simply check out the commodities markets available on most space stations. Whilst combat is certainly the most challenging aspect of Elite, without a doubt the most complex part of Elite is the game's background simulation. This simulation exists to create a sense of life to the galaxy. It monitors and controls the game's economy, wars, political states, power structures, and much more. All of this dictates the status and situation of all inhabited star systems, along with the factions within. Of course, this is all entirely NPC-centric, and by that I mean all of these details affect what is playing out within the background. It determines whether the stations you just visited was in a state of warfare, lockdown, or economic growth, or indeed any other state. With literally tens of thousands of systems to monitor and many times that numbers of factions to control, it's easy to see why this is such a complex system. However, mechanics do exist within the game for players to change and affect these states. They can do so via any and all of the other activities mentioned within this video series. For now though, this is certainly way beyond the scope of this particular video. However, I do mention it so that you are aware that such a thing exists, and that for some groups of players out there, it is the main way in which they play the game. In short, every stat and status you see actually means something and has a knock-on effect somewhere else. Perhaps the only activity that encompasses the entire Milky Way galaxy, exploration is my personal favourite activity within the game. With the ability to explore 400 billion star systems, and as of the last count, less than 0.04% of all that actually discovered, there's plenty of things out there to see and do. As mentioned before, you can certainly explore in any basic ship, however your travel range will be limited. If you wish to travel to the furthest corners of the galaxy, you'll need at least a mid-sized ship and some advanced jump drive technology and engineering. Exploration, like so many other activities within Elite, can be broken down into numerous subcategories, and you can find further details in other videos in this series. For now though, this covers an overview of the types of things you may find. Exploration then generally involves travelling from point to point within the galaxy. Some people prefer to travel great distances, jumping from star system to star system. Others prefer to meticulously explore every single corner of each star system they visit. Others still prefer to seek out unique, compelling and otherwise visually stunning locations. However you choose to explore, the two tools you'll use the most are the fuller spectrum scanner and the surface scanner. As for what can be found, well, this includes planets, nebula, alien life, alien ruins and structures, strange lightning clouds, dense star clusters, black holes, and much, much more. And of course, don't forget that all your Discovery data can be sold at space stations for a profit. So this video then is by no means an exhaustive list of the careers within Elite. However, it does cover the most high-profile ones. And don't forget, you can also be a mission runner. Simply visit the mission boards, which will give you a whole hybrid of activities from some of the things already mentioned, plus many others. Many of the activities within the game, the ones that I've mentioned as well as others, can also be broken down into further subcategories. And also, if you're for the mind to do so, there's also plenty of community-based activities that you can get involved with. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.